Field Marshal Arthur Wellesley, 1st Duke of Wellington, KG, GCB, GCHPC, FRS, was an Anglo-Irish soldier and statesman, and one of the leading military and political figures of 19th-century Britain. His defeat of Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 put him in the top rank of Britain's military heroes. In 2002, he was number 14 in the BBC's poll of the 100 Greatest Britons. Wellington was born in Dublin, belonging to the Protestant Ascendancy in the Kingdom of Ireland. He was commissioned as an ensign in the British Army in 1787, serving in Ireland as aide-de-camp to two successive Lords Lieutenant of Ireland. He was also elected as a Member of Parliament in the Irish House of Commons. He was a colonel by 1796, and saw action in the Netherlands and in India, where he fought in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War at the Battle of Seringapatam. He was appointed governor of Seringapatam and Mysore in 1799, and, as a newly appointed Major General, won a decisive victory over the Maratha Confederacy at the Battle of Assaye in 1803. Wellesley rose to prominence as a general during the Peninsular Campaign of the Napoleonic Wars, and was promoted to the rank of Field Marshal after leading the Allied forces to victory against the French at the Battle of Vittoria in 1813. Following Napoleon's exile in 1814, he served as the ambassador to France and was granted a dukedom. During the 100 Days in 1815, he commanded the Allied army which defeated Napoleon at Waterloo, together with the Prussian army under Blucher. Wellesley's battle record is exemplary. He ultimately participated in some 60 battles during the course of his military career. Wellington is famous for his adaptive defensive style of warfare, resulting in several victories against a numerically superior force while minimizing his own losses. He is regarded as one of the greatest offensive commanders of all time, and many of his tactics and battle plans are still studied in military academies around the world. After ending his active military career, Wellington returned to politics. He was twice British Prime Minister as part of the Tory party, from 1828 to 1830, and for a little less than a month in 1834. He oversaw the passage of the Catholic Relief Act 1829, but opposed the Reform Act 1832. He continued as one of the leading figures in the House of Lords until his retirement and remained Commander-in-Chief of the British Army until his death. Early life and education. Wellesley was born into an aristocratic Anglo-Irish family in the Kingdom of Ireland as the Hon. Arthur Wellesley, the third of 5 surviving sons to the 1st Earl of Mornington and his wife, and eldest daughter of the 1st Viscount Dungannon. As such, he belonged to the Protestant Ascendancy. His biographers mostly follow the contemporary newspaper evidence in saying that he was born the 1st of May 1769, the day that he was baptized. His birthplace is uncertain. He was most likely born at his parents' townhouse, 24 Upper Merion Street, Dublin, now the Merion Hotel. But his mother, Anne, Countess of Mornington, recalled in 1815 that he had been born at 6 Merion Street, Dublin. Other places have been put forward as the location of his birth, including Mornington House. His father had asserted the Dublin packet boat, and the mansion in the family estate of VIAF. The Duke apparently put on his 1851 census return. He spent most of his childhood at his family's 2 homes, the first a large house in Dublin and the second Dangan Castle, 3 miles north of Summerhill on the Trim Road in County Meath. In 1781, Arthur's father died and his eldest brother Richard inherited his father's earldom. He went to the diocesan school in Trim when at Dangan, Mr. White's Academy when in Dublin, and Brown's School in Chelsea when in London. He then enrolled at Eton, where he studied from 1781 to 1784. his loneliness that caused him to hate it, and makes it highly unlikely that he actually said the Battle of Waterloo was won on the playing fields of Eton, a quotation which is often attributed to him. Moreover, Eton had no playing fields at the time. In 1785, a lack of success at Eton, combined with a shortage of family funds due to his father's death, forced the young Wellesley and his mother to move to Brussels. Until his early 20s, Arthur showed little sign of distinction, and his mother grew increasingly concerned at his idleness, stating, "I don't know what I shall do with my awkward son Arthur." A year later, Arthur enrolled in the French Royal Academy of Equitation in Angers, where he progressed significantly, becoming a good horseman and learning French, which later proved very useful. Upon returning to England in late 1786, he astonished his mother with his improvement.